My name is Ian and welcome to my gardening channel, Planted. In this video we're going to talk about gardening in England, and it doesn't always rain. English gardening is world renowned, but we do have an ace up our sleeve, and that is our climate. I show you this image to indicate how far north the United Kingdom is compared to the US. That northern location gives us long summer day length, which is very conducive to plant growth. Now, I live in Connecticut, which is near New York, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, but we have, even though we're further south, we do have long, cold winters when plants just don't grow. So England's got mild winters, even though they have a short day length, but they have cool summers with a very long day length that just lets plants keep on growing week in, week out. I recently went back to England to see my family, and I went back in late November. And I found this beautiful nursery garden centre with lots of wonderful stock. And I thought, well, let's do a video. Let me try and explain to you how gardening in England is a 12-month industry compared to where I live, where we have spring, summer and fall, and winter it's just too cold, and the weather is just way too extreme to feel like you want to plant outside and have any degree of success. And I think the best way to explain that is that we've got a series of crops through the year, and here's a really good example. This is a plant called camellia. It makes a wonderful Christmas present, flowering in November, December, January, February. It's a really good present to give to somebody that's a gardener. Good price, choice plant, lots of different colors. Now, we can plant that outside, keep it out of the wind, but we can plant that outside year round. And that's what our industry is geared up for. We're not waiting for that perfect weekend in May to try and do all our gardening. We're doing some in February, some in March, some in April, May, June, July. We extend the season. And here's a really good example. This is a series of fruit. There's raspberries, blackberries, loganberries. I see currants and gooseberries, all sorts of things. You can plant those in December in the ground. And because of our mild winter, they will start to put out new viable buds late February, early March, and by the time they get to May, they will be good growth, lots of foliage, and their roots actively growing. Now in America, where I live, we tend to start to garden in May. We have to wait that long for the nurseries to get in stock that we want to buy, and for the feeling of gardening to become apparent to us. I think we need to lengthen the season, and here's a really good example. These are some smaller plants, nice plants. There's cornus, there's spirea, there's all sorts of little goodies here. And they are £3.49, which is about $4.50 each. And you could come in here, buy 30 plants, put those in the ground in late February, early March, and our day length is already growing nicely by then. And by the end of that first summer, they will be substantially larger. And this is the point, because in North America we have to wait until late April or May for nurseries to get stock. We tend to plant physically larger plants at that time of planting. And that gives us more appeal, more instantaneous effect. But it costs more money to buy the plant, and it also costs more labor to put the plant in the ground. So if you're able to expand your window and do work not out of season, but spread the season, that's I think what I'm trying to say here. Do as much work as you can in the wider season as you can. You're not trapped into having to do all that work in May. And I think there's a lot of benefit there. Get some work done at the right time, early spring, and then some more mid-spring, some more late spring, and then even go into the summer months. And you too can maximize your plant growth because you're not trapped into this very, very small window of activity. So, hope you realize gardening in England is a 12-month activity supported by a 12-month industry. Thank you for watching. As ever, get out there and go and plant something, or dig a hole, or dig something up. Bye.